Всем добрый вечер. Я принял решение начать подготовку на матч-реванш с Энтони Джошуа. Таким образом, я больше и лучше помогу своей стране, чем я буду стоять в теробороне и бегать с автоматом по Киеву. Дорогие друзья, очень большое количество моих друзей позвонило мне, моих близких, и поддержало меня в этом. Злопыхатели, добра вам и счастья, радости и мира. Все будет, слава Богу, и все будет Украина. Всем добра.
What's good, family? Shout out to my doggy Lenny B for boosting up your man the YB's coin situation right now. No doubt. So we just heard there from your mans, Alexander Venas, I like Usyk. Yeah, Mr. Venas, Mr. Very Feel. Yeah, I very feel I like. Yeah, he like. Listen, 100%. Your man Usyk, he like. How about that? 100%. One thing we know about Usyk and the Klitschko's, they like. Yeah, very nice. Listen, everything is very nice. And that's what we do know about them certain Ukrainian cats. Yeah, it's very nice, and they want to know how much. Yeah, how much? How much for your wife? 100%. Anyway, listen, let's get to it then. No more joking. Straight to the point. So, before I give you the opinion, let's go through what Usyk actually said. He posted a message on the IG, essentially confirming, and it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of peak for Usyk man fans right now. I had a bunch of European, obviously, I had a bunch of Ukrainian, most likely, or Eastern European cats in my DMs. Oh, YB, why'd you sell so many lies? YB this, YB that, rah rah rah, stop lying about Usyk. Yeah, oh YB, why are you making up fake news about Usyk? He would never leave, he warrior. Oops. Anyway, listen, two twos. So Usyk posted 4 days ago now saying, I have decided to start preparing for a rematch with Anthony Zest Johnston. A large number of my friends support me. All the rest of the good and peace. Thank God for everything. I very feel. Yeah? So, like I said, it's kind of peak right now for Alexander Usyk man fans. Because all I was doing, and I said at the time, all I'm doing, yeah, is telling you, number one, the leaked news that he was leaving Poland, where he's been safe, yeah. The only thing I told you, man, yeah, is that Usyk is leaving the safe house in Poland to come back and fight. That's all I said. Oh, YB, you're lying. He'd never leave. He'd never leave his safe house in Poland. Yeah? He gonna stay fighting from the safe house in Poland. Oh, YB, you're wrong. Yeah, Usyk's going to carry on doing psyop messages from his basement in Poland. That's what you kept saying to me. Oops. Yeah, we now find out the YB weren't lying to no one. I was telling you what it is, he leaving, and all of a sudden, yeah, all you mans, and the thing is, people was telling me, when I reported the news that he was leaving, everyone was telling me, oh, what are you selling these lies for? Why do you hate Usyk so much? Why are you trying to suck AJ off? You obviously don't know me. I'm the last person to nosh AJ off. Especially not to kind of take a dig at Usyk. I've given Usyk loads of credit for what he did to Mr. Big Bubbly Boogaloo Bear. Yeah? Big friendly looking bear. Boogaloo, soft blue belly looking ass. Big fluffy belly looking ass. 100%. I'm the last person that's going to defend Johnston about anything to do with Usyk. However, that whatever way you want to look at it, I ain't going to lie to people. And the facts are, as Usyk's now confirmed himself, but I told you, this thing is, people, yeah? I tell you things that are going to happen a week before, and then somehow you shoot in the messenger. Then, when your own man's confirms it, all of a sudden you go quiet. I'm confused. Where's that same energy gone? He'd never leave. Well, what you need to do is transfer that same energy you had for me. Oh, you're lying. Why are you spreading lies about Usyk? And now, question your own man's. Because no doubt the narrative's changed, which it has. And I said this. I said that really, Usyk will be more valuable to the Cabal messaging, the Cabal psyop, yeah? Of, oh yeah, everyone should go to Ukraine and get their shit pushed in for them. Yeah? Usyk's much more valuable going to the big stage and making a statement. And guess what? Klitschko's come out and say, yeah, I'm speaking to Usyk and we're going to use him as a Cabal, as a Cabal messaging system. Yeah? What's more powerful than a heavyweight champion in the world knocking out the big bodybuilder, yeah, and then making a statement. There is nothing more powerful than that. Now, obviously, if AJ ends up knocking Usyk out, it's going to be kind of peak. That's a fact. Although, to be fair, as long as Usyk gets knocked out, and he does so courageously, that's all you can ask for. But anyway, listen, let's not get into that. Let's stick with the facts today. Let's stick with the issues of the matter. The issues of the matter is, you man told me that he would never leave. And I told you, these cats love coin more than anything. And I told you that it's all well and good, we can all carry a flag. And that's why you won't see me carrying a flag. Because I don't feel it like that. Yeah? I don't feel no flag like that. But these individuals, they all gas the place up. Oh, I'm carrying a flag. I'm a flag. But then when it comes to really flagging, he in Poland. Yeah? Or he about to fight for Saudi. And what's going to be so ironic, yeah? This fight most likely is going to happen in Saudi. And the joke is, Usyk's going to make a statement about God knows what. Meanwhile, Saudi are doing exactly the same as what Russia is alleged to be doing. Oops. And this shows you that Usyk ain't about anything else. Usyk, obviously, and this is a problem you see with people. Most people only have empathy for their own. Yeah? Ukrainians, well, Usyk only really care about Ukrainians. Which is why he'll go and take Saudi coin. And that's why I don't have no sympathy. That's why I don't have no sympathy or empathy for none of these mans, because they're all everyone's out for their own, rather than looking at. End of the day, we're all humans. No matter where you're from, I'm pretty much sure, yeah, people from any country feel the same. So I don't get this whole, oh well, as long as Ukraine is all right, then it's all right. No, it's not. If there's any Ukraines anywhere, yeah, if Yemen is a Ukraine, there's a problem. From my point of view, I don't care how small or whatever perceived the country is. For me, if it's in America, one man in America is the same as one man anywhere else. In my opinion, I don't believe there's something special about certain cats. Yeah. Bottom line. So this whole I'm gonna go and take Saudi coin, and then try and be a virtue signaller. It's bad. It's a bad look. And that's why I told people, there's nothing wrong with taking Saudi coin, but just wind your beacon. Don't be trying to be a virtue signaller. Yeah? Don't be trying to, I'm a martyr. Oh, no, you're not. Yeah, you're not a martyr at all. Because a martyr would have been saying, you know what, I'm staying here. And that's the thing, to be honest with you, I was about to say a martyr would be saying, I'm going to stay here and fight with the Ukrainians. But Lomachenko, who allegedly has decided to stay and fight, where the footage of that? Oops. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're all in Poland. 100%. They're in Poland in some basement somewhere. That's where they was. Because guess what? Apart from the initial photo ops, where's all the videos and pictures of them in the thick of it? Where is it? Oops. I see all these other random ass militias. But where is it all? And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying, did I expect them to be on the front line? No. In fact, I told you the first one, they ain't going nowhere in the front line. In fact, they in Poland with Zelensky using green screens. That's what I told you. I don't understand it. Oh, why be a lie? Look, we saw the picture. No, you saw a photo op. Because if it's anything more than a photo op, there should be evidence of it. I'd have thought. I mean, how mad would that be? Imagine you saw a video, of Usyk slaying some Russian dons. That would be massive, wouldn't it? You ain't see that. Yeah? And again, what I'm saying is, unless leadership, or for me, social influencing, is about leadership. If you want to put messages out as a social influencer, I believe if you want to put messages out, just make sure you're doing the things you're saying. That's all. Yeah, don't be a capper. Don't be saying I'm here and I'm getting busy and I'm going to fight with the people, and then be in Poland and there's no evidence of you doing any of the stuff you're talking about. And now to add insult to injury, all the people who was having a go at me saying he's in Poland, now it turns out that he's leaving anyway. So even if he was in Ukraine fighting, which he wasn't, he's leaving. Oops. And all of a sudden, all you cats who was mad at me, saying he wouldn't leave, are now saying, oh no, actually, it makes sense for him to leave because it's more valuable for him to be a heavyweight world champion. Well, make your mind up. What is it? Is it he's a warrior and he's fighting there, or is it strategically more important for him to fight? Don't be a flip-flopper. That's what we can't do. You know what I mean? Make your argument and stick by it. And that's what I mean when I say man fans. Man fans are individuals who, they'll always find a way to nosh. Yeah? And all Dillian White man fans, no matter what Dillian White does, it's always some sort of amazing move. Oh, YB. Dillian White's been sued by Frank Warren for for failing things in his contract. Oh, it's an alpha move. Oh yeah, it's an alpha move that Dillian White's now got himself sued. Oh yeah, no, YB, it's an alpha move that Dillian White's now getting fined some more. What? Don't make no sense, but that's man fans for you. Same as the Ukraine, same as this Usyk thing. Pure man fanism. Man fanism. This here, I don't care what no one says. All you individuals who was having a go at me for exposing the fact he's leaving Poland, he's leaving the safe house in Poland, are mad. Because he's now doing that. Because whether he's coming from Ukraine or the safe house in Poland, he's coming. And he's trying to get involved in a fight to make millions of dollars. And again, there's nothing wrong with doing that, but be consistent. Usyk should have come out and said, listen, I love coin. Yeah, all you paupers, go and get your shit pushed in. Me, I'm going to make millions of coin and be a virtue signaller on TV. That's what he could have said. And I'd have said, you know what, this guy real. He ain't lying to you. But what you don't do is put all the fatigues on, get all in the video like P Diddy. Yeah, take all the photos, be all in the video, and then when it comes to doing what you said you were going to do, it's more important for me to be safe in the boxing ring. Like I said, I told you before, I'll be the first one. I ain't going nowhere, so that's clear. But I've told you that. Do you understand? Yeah, there's no confusion there. Yeah, I've told you I ain't fighting no one, so that's what it is. You can take you man can do whatever you want with that. The equivalent would imagine me coming out and saying, yeah, I love war. Yeah, I'm about to get stuck here, and then you hear me. And then Tutu just find some exposed video of the YB at the draft office filing his disability papers. Oh, I'm disabled. What YB? You was just gassing about how you can't wait to push some Russian wig back. Now we see you at the draft centre filing for your, you know what I mean? Filing your disability papers. Which is it? Why was you on YouTube woofing about how busy, how messy you was about to get with Russian wigs? But then we see you at the disability office claiming, you know what I'm saying, that can't work. Yeah? 100%. I'll tell you, listen, if you're going to see the YB at disability office, I'm telling you I'm going there now. I'll tell you now I'm telling you now, if anything kicks off, yeah, I'm going straight to the disability office. Simple as that. It's been no illusions there. My back been hurting. How about that? Yeah, my back hurting and my neck hurting. Oops. Yeah, 100%. And that's what people should be doing. That's what you call integrity. I'm not going to lie to no one. I ain't got no ego to protect. I ain't got no... these days, yeah, with Instagram, I'm an alpha. All the dons, man, are beaters. Because you can't even... How can you be an alpha when you can't even be honest with yourself? Yeah? You live in a lie. I'm alpha, and then... Trust me, all them so-called alpha cats, they be at the disability office as well. Yeah, 100%. How about that? Anyway, listen. Like I said, Usyk, it's a bad look for me. Flip-flopping is a bad look. Pick a lane and stick with it. If you're going to stay there, and that's why, yes, I'm skeptical of what Lomachenko doing, but at least he has stuck with it. Yeah, at least he's stuck with staying in this safe house in Poland. I can respect that, yeah? Or I can respect that part of it, if you get what I'm saying. At least he being consistent. Flip-floppers, I ain't got no time for that myself, personally. Not even a bit of time. And it's a shame, and I do feel sorry for you Usyk man fans. You thought he was so holier than thou. Oh, YB never. He'd never leave. He loved to fight. Even though because you've seen a few videos on YouTube, or you've seen a few pictures on YouTube. You think you know the person. In this day and age, it's all a mystery. You don't know what's real these days, truth be known. And that's why I tell you, unless you see it with your own eyes, it ain't happened, in my opinion. And all you mans who is, no, YB, there's no way, he can't wait to get stuck in. Now all of a sudden that whole narrative of whatever else has changed. And what I find most shocking is the fact that Usyk's team even came out and lambasted the media, like the YB, saying, you MFer need to stop posting fake news about my fighters. I am telling you, stay away from all my fighters. And I told you at the time, this is an emotional reaction from individuals who have been exposed. Yeah? Because guess what? I told you at the time, if Usyk wasn't leaving, Usyk's team wouldn't need to react and be swearing and be angry. Because they'd be saying, what a joker. He has no idea what he's talking about. We're staying here. We're staying in the safe house in Poland. We're not fighting. Yeah? That's what he could have said. But they didn't. Oh, you MFer. Stop lying. What? And then 3 days later, Usyk himself has to come out and say, yo, actually, I am leaving. I am leaving the safe house in Poland to go and fight now. Even though I told everyone that I'm going to go and get busy and I'm going to do this and I can't wait to get stuck in with the territorial army. And again, the problem for me is, think of all the people, who aren't able to hide out in a safe house in Poland. All the individuals who may have wanted to leave, but because they don't have a celebrity status, their wig is on the chopping block. Yeah, their wig goes straight to the Russian chopping block. And that's what I don't respect. Again, no, celebrities as such, they can't help being celebrities. And a celebrity is only human. They're only going to do what's in their best interest. However, like I said, the underlying theme here for me is, I've got nothing wrong with celebrities using their leverage. You best believe, if there was a draft here and I was a celebrity, if I could use my celebrity influence not to have my shit pushed in, I'm going to use it. However, what I'd never do, if the YB's a celebrity here and I use that not to have to get my, you know what I mean, not to have to have my wig end up on the Russian chopping block. What you'd never catch me doing is doing that, using influence, hiding out in Poland, and then putting out messages, gassing things up. Yeah, man, let's get it. Yeah, we're about to get it right now from Poland. And all the normal people who, I just think it's seedy. It's seedy behaviour. Especially from so-called warriors. Especially when people look up to you. People look up to you for leadership. And be a leader in whatever that is. If you're scared to fight, be scared to fight and lead. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to fight, if you're scared to fight, then lead being scared to fight. Like I told you, I tell you myself, I'm scared to fight. I'm disabled, 100%. Yeah, with all these fake wars going on, I don't feel passionate about any of them. Now, if something more meaningful comes to the forefront, if I feel there's something to fight about, then we'll have a different conversation. But these random ass things that are going on. For example, if someone said to me, YB, do we need to go? Do you want to be on the ground in Iraq to fight for weapons which we know didn't exist? I'm not fighting for that. Oops. Yeah? You man who want to fight for weapons that categorically don't exist, you man go ahead. Yeah? That's what you need to do. All the mans who want to fight for weapons that never existed, you go ahead. I'm not doing that. That's not something I feel passionate about. Afghanistan. I'm not even... What was he there for? Yeah? Oh, YB. Do you want to fight for the towers that the government knocked down? No, I don't. Yeah, but again, any of you man who want to fight for the towers the government knocked down, go ahead. 100%. There's such thing. There's supposed to be, in democracy, there's supposed to be such thing as... We're supposed to be free to make choices. I'm confused why in certain situations when there's a draft or whatever, you can't make a choice. Same as the Vietnam thing. What was we doing in Vietnam? I'd love to know. Explain. What was he doing there? What was he doing halfway across the world? For what? Again, all the man who want to go halfway across the world and get involved in other people's business, go ahead. Me, not interested. Now, again, like I said, if something else crops up that I feel interested about, we'll have another conversation. But I'm telling you now, for the last 100 years, there's been nothing that I've been that interested about. I mean, not in even the alleged... I mean, certainly the last 50 years. I'm not sure about the 1940s thing. I don't know the ins and outs of it, to be quite frank with you. Yeah, I've heard all the standard information out there, but I don't know. Who knows? I've heard that different people were funding it from the background, so you just don't know, do you? And that's the point. But certainly in the last 50 years, there's been nothing that I'll be going for. So, and everyone... Whatever the point is, people, whatever your beliefs are, stick by them and own them. What you don't do is you clearly Usyk don't want to fight no one, like the YB don't. However, he's much more bigger than me. Obviously, he's 1,000 million times bigger than me. But despite Usyk being scared to death of actually fighting on the battlefield, rather than say that. And say, listen, I'm shook to death of fighting on the battlefield. I'm hiding in Poland, and I suggest everyone else do the same, because this is dead. Rather than do that, he out here, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and the next thing you know, he's signing up to fight AJ in Saudi Arabia, one of the biggest human rights violators in the world. Oops, yeah. So I'm sorry, please don't virtue signal about all this other stuff, about how Usyk gonna fight for human. He ain't gonna do nothing. He can do what good for him. That's what. The only thing Usyk has virtual signal, or the only thing Usyk is really fighting for is himself, like most people do. So please don't. Oh no, why be he doing this for the cause? And get out of it, man. He's doing this for the coin. Yeah, like most people do, or like you know what I'm saying. Just don't be a liar. Can't stand liars. Can't stand woofers. I can't stand psyopers. People who make, you know what I mean? People who get contacted by the cabal and told to put a psyop out there. Usyk 100% been psyoping. Yeah? And ultimately, it always ends up being, for example, when was the last time in the last 30 years you've heard of a celebrity getting got on the battlefield? And there was a guy called Pat Tillman. He was an NFL player who chose to go. Guess what? He ended up getting killed in a psyop. The government killed him in the battlefield. He got killed by friendly fire. Oops. and they used him, or their plan was to use him, a dead NFL player, to then spur on more recruitment. That's what they do. That's what this whole thing's set up for. They're always trying to spur on recruitment for wars which they know don't make no sense. Because really, wars that make sense, most people are happy to go. Yeah. The only time you need to have actual draft is when people think, I don't really want to go there. That's why you need a draft. You understand? Historically speaking, when people's homelands are genuinely threatened, people are happy to get stuck in. When they're not, or when people are just being nosy, people don't want to do that. Or when you're going, oh, we got to go to Iraq for big oil. So wait there, I must die so some next executive gets a whole bunch of coin. No, I'm not doing that. You man go. I tell you what, Mr. BP, yeah, send your kids there, innit? It's benefiting your stock. You go there. Yeah, send your nephews and nieces to the oil fields in the BP, and you know what I'm saying. That's what you need to do. Stop doing that. Let's start there, shall we? Let's do a draft. I'll tell you what. From now on, let's do a draft for all the. Let's start at the executive level. Before we send anyone else, let's send all the executives' family members. And when they're all blown up, then we can start talking about everyone else. Yeah, all the politicians, all the executives, all your family go, and then we'll take it from there. Let's start there from now on. Don't want to hear no more about it. All the politicians who vote for war, let's start there. You man go first. Because you man voted for it, so you must know it's that, innit? I never got that. Oh, it's so important. I'm going to think about it. Back in 2003 or whenever it was, whenever the UK Parliament voted to invade Iraq on fake news, weapons of mass destruction, yeah, all them politicians who voted and said, yeah, let's go, your families, all of them, anyone over 16 should have been on the plane. The first tickets should have been them. And guess what? I guarantee you, if it was known, as it should be, that the politician's family would be the first ones on the plane, you best believe it would be no vote the whole way round. And historically speaking, when you look at, for example, if you look at the American Civil War, for the main, from what I understand, the North v South one, people were happy to go because it was, well, I'm not a historian, but from what I understand, it was a more, people felt passionate about what they were defending. That's what I understand anyway. I don't remember hearing about a draft. And certainly in that, certainly some of the black legions that were formed, they wanted to go and fight for their rights. That make people, and that's how it should be. People know when they want to fight for things, when there's something to fight for. Yeah? And for the last 50 years, there ain't been nothing good anyone been fighting for. It's just all political. Well, it's just all executive agendas, ultimately, yeah. They all sit in their castles and move all these low IQ sheeple pawns around. 100%. And in conclusion, anyone who's flagging that up, who's fanning the flames, like Usyk is a flame flagger, a war flame flagger. That's in my opinion anyway. Because he ain't done really one thing I mean, what's he done? Yeah. By taking this fight, he's even saying, yeah, I'm going to take the fight and I'm going to be a number one psyop and do some more psyoping for the people and gas the people up some more. He should have been saying, I think everyone should have been saying, you know what I mean? That's what he should have been saying, 100%. Yeah? Let's be realistic here. Yeah? Because all of the Ukrainian prime ministers, what's he been doing? Really? Apart from woofing and making things worse for everyone else, what's he really been doing? Just talking a big game and not really making much sense, politically speaking.